Well, good morning to you. 6 o'clock on your Monday morning. I want to give you a live look at some of the conditions here in Martinsville. So they have been getting steady snowfall really since yesterday afternoon, and you can see that it is still that heavy snow this morning. This has really made things pretty dangerous all across central Indiana.
And for a lot of you, you went to sleep to this and you are waking up to this. But good morning to you here. Yes, Monday morning here on 13 Sunrise. There are hundreds of closings and delays. So if you are just waking up, we do have those scrolling at the bottom of your screen. So based off of that, you would think that a lot of people don't have to get out, but some people do.
Really, this was probably the first day back for a lot of people, a lot of schools after the holiday. But we do have team coverage here this morning. You see Matthew Foltz out there along an interstate section on MLK. We've also got Sia, hopefully cozy in the car there this morning, tracking really the road conditions. And the snow's still falling.
It is.
And the accidents still piling up.
We've got several across the metro, about 7. We're going to take you out to a couple in just a bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Right now, forecast. What's the outlook on this right now?
I think pretty intense for the next few hours.
Okay.
In fact, we'll see another inch or two, and I'm going to show you where in just a little bit, but it is a weather impact alert day. Good morning. I know this was supposed to be such a big day for the kids. Many districts are supposed to return today, but folks, we have over 300 districts that are either closed, most are closed, or delayed today. This is a look at Greensburg as the snow is coming down there. Many of you around Greensburg have had between 4 and 6 inches of snow on the ground. And now we've got some more intense snow. We showed you that live shot from Drew, our photographer, who's down in Martinsville. That's where this is really getting heavy. We're going to hear more from Sia and Lindsay and Matthew on roads. But look at I-69, that corridor all the way to Bloomington. New snow is coming in and it's quite heavy. Greencastle to Brazil, from the state line, Terre Haute, all the way down to Bloomfield and now encroaching on Bloomington. That is all heavier snow that's falling, and that is going to lay a coating of more snow on the roads. Now, this is a look at how much additional snow we're expecting in the Indy metro area out of this new snow, in addition to what we already have on the ground. And so we've got a little over 5 inches on the ground in Indy. Add another ½ inch to 1.5 inches in the metro, and then south, Bloomington, Martinsville, Columbus, and Greensburg, another 1.5 to 2 inches of snow. So this impact is very significant today. Not only is it unseasonably cold with wind chills in the single digits, but we have 331 school closings or delays, and snow-covered roads will be with us all day long. Add to that the wind, which will shut some of this stuff down because of the east-west nature of the roads, and then a strong northerly breeze. So right now, 21 degrees in Indy. The wind gusts at our airport now 28 miles per hour, 31 miles per hour winds in Richmond. That gives us a wind chill in the single digits throughout much of the area. Right now it feels like 6 degrees out there with a winter storm warning until 7 p.m. Again, that's because of blowing and drifting, additional snow, and of course the cold. 21 by 8 a.m. I'm going with 27 for a high. Snow should shut off by later on today, and I think most of the afternoon's dry, but still really a mess, Lindsay, because of the potential for blowing and drifting, and really, and I haven't mentioned this much, refreezing, which is going to be a real issue.
Yeah, and just the combination of everything and the fact that the snow is going to continue. It's not just this morning rush hour, but the evening rush later today impacted as well. We've got several issues going on our local interstates here. I wanted to start with this view right here. This is basically a good representation of what we've got going on the interstates. This is over on the east side of town. Notice where we've got plows that have been pushing snow to the side of the road. We've got a lot of piles of snow. And if you're driving down the interstate, it might be okay. And then you get to a situation where there's more snow than your car could handle. So you kind of spin out, lose control, perhaps end up in one of those snow banks. And we've got a couple cars here that are stalled in that far right travel lane. Just north of here, we had a slide off on 465 southbound, just south of that Pendleton Pike on and off ramp system. And I'm really noticing that it is those ramps trying to get on and off interstates where plows kind of go through the road. and then that piles up snow on the sides of roads, and you have to be able to get through that in order to get on the interstate. And that's causing an issue not just here on the east side, but basically all over our interstate system. So we're going to continue to monitor that as far as delays go right now. We've got a 6-minute slowdown on 465 northbound and southbound, essentially travel down to about 30 to 35 miles per hour for your average speed. I would even estimate that's a little fast based on some of these INDOT cameras I've been watching. About 7 crashes across the city. You can take it easy if you have to be out and about. We'll keep you updated with these ongoing incidents.
All right, Lindsay, thank you. And we also want to get you caught up on some of the numbers we learned from state police about 20 minutes ago. The Indianapolis district just confirmed that since noon yesterday, they've responded to 113 crashes and 43 slide-offs.
They also expected hazardous conditions throughout the morning, as we've seen our weather team talking about. Let's check back in with Sia New Yorker, who has been on those roads all morning. Sia, has it changed much since you've been out this morning?
Let me tell you, Jalea and Julia, it has changed drastically. So we're in Martinsville area now, and we came in from downtown. We took 69 South down. We are in the heart of Martinsville right now, right off Main Street. We're heading on Morgan Street. Let me tell you, a lot of these roads are not plowed. We saw the plows. We saw some crews shoveling, but there is quite accumulation here. You can see I'm with photojournalist Drew Schuler, and we're driving and just trying to really keep some cars in between us, because we've seen people spin out, we've seen people slip and slide. The accumulation is one thing, but the black ice where people are just sliding. I mean, we're talking about below freezing temperatures here, and so Martinsville hit pretty bad. We are some of the first tire tracks on some of these roads that we're seeing, and so it's going to take some time. If you do not have to be out here today, I would call it a snow day. If you do have to come out, I would take your time. Make sure that you're putting enough car lanes in between you and other drivers, because you have to drive for you and drive for everybody else, so that you don't slip and slide and have crashes, because we did see several on our way down this way. But we are keeping up with all of it, and we want everybody to stay safe on this winter storm, and we'll be checking back in with you, ladies.
All right, see, I think I'm going to take it from here for you. Hey, guys, we are here at the intersection near 11th and MLK here in downtown, just at the exit of the 65. As you see cars making their way downtown off the exit ramp, you can see right here at the stoplights and stuff, things are a little slushy and piled up. But other than that, things are pretty smooth. We've been seeing a lot of people just really taking their time, going about, I'd say, about 15 to 20 miles an hour around the metro. And as on the sidewalk, if you have to walk on the sidewalk, we're seeing about maybe 3 or 4 inches piled up right here. A lot of sidewalks aren't cleared yet at this time, but just keep that in mind if you do have to maybe come to work this morning. But other than that, you see trucks like that just kind of flying through these intersections and streets. Most of it has been plowed and ran over earlier. This morning, we did check the Indy Snow Force map, and most of the downtown metro is being plowed by DPW at this hour. About 45 minutes ago, we did see a few DPW trucks around downtown area making their way. So that's what you can look forward to if you do have to, unfortunately, go to work in this morning. But ladies, we will certainly be out here and continue to monitor these conditions as we start to see more flurries come down at this hour.
And I'm hoping it stays that way, Matthew, that you don't see any accidents out there, because I'm seeing some cars going a little fast around that curve for me. We'll check back in with you soon. So as we've been talking about, most of central Indiana is under some kind of travel advisory. So take a look at this map. You can see Marion County is in the green, which means that there is a travel advisory. Well, that means that you can travel, but you should use caution when you're out and about on the roads.
And you can also see some counties are in orange, which means they are under a watch. Hendricks, Hamilton, Hancock, and Shelby counties all in a watch right now. And this is reserved for essential travel.
And then the counties that you see in red, those are under a travel warning. Now, what that means is it's the highest warning. So that includes Johnson, Morgan, Monroe, Brown, and Bartholomew. This means that travel should be restricted to emergency management workers only. So if you live there, you're being asked to avoid all travel because of the dangerous conditions that we're seeing. Let's turn now to the airport. So crews at Indianapolis International Airport have been clearing runways since yesterday, or trying to at least. So.
Yeah, it's been a tough go of it there. I want to show you some of the video posted on social media right now. There are more than 100 flights that have been canceled over the past 24 hours, and more cancellations already this morning in the 30s. So you do definitely want to check ahead if you have people coming in or you're trying to fly out before you're heading out to the airport this morning.
It's best to know before you just get stuck there at the airport. There are also hundreds of school cancellations and delays. You can see those scrolling at the bottom of your screen. So pretty much a snow day for a lot of districts, including Indianapolis Public Schools.
And as more of those come in, you'll see them at the bottom of your screen. Also, we have a list for you online, and make sure you have that Live Doppler 13 weather app that will give you the very latest snow totals and conditions where you are, right down into your neighborhood. It's a free download on your phone's app store. And Chuck, pretty windy conditions out there, accompanied with this snow still falling.
Yeah, and we're probably going to get Jalea and Julia another ½ to 1.5 inches of snow in the metro area. So if you're going to be removing that snow, keep in mind that you need to take a break every 20 to 30 minutes. Push it rather than lift it, and consider getting help, especially if you're elderly or out of shape. Well, we've got plenty to talk about, including traffic too. And we'll take a look at Lindsay's traffic and my forecast through the rest of the week coming up.